Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Picking up yardage on the ground will be no easy task in today's game. Both defenses rank in the top 10 in fewest rush yards allowed. It's the Browns going up against the Bengals.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. Now to throw on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And finding Fedorowicz. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Got a man, it's Brashad Perriman. And he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Mariota on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Looked like he tried it all there. Tried to use some physicality, right? Tried to use some footwork, some head fakes. But he was covered the entire way. Dogged in every step. That forced the incompletion. No separation at the end of the route.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. To the air again, Mariota. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
After the interception, it's Love. Green's got it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Adoree Jackson on the return. Spinning away. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, but the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the rookie, Amara Darboh, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Mariota steps away to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Throwing, Mariota. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Shifts by him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive. And
we'll see if they can do just that. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run again with Bernard, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a toss play to Bernard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards on the ground. And now a first down following that long gain. In motion right comes Green. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And they're definitely showing blitz here. In motion left comes Bryant. They'll try the air now with Locke. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
First down, Mariota. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job. Nice job defensively. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10 now. Mariota. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Throwing on third down. Luck. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Again, here's Bernard. Finding room to the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On the toss, there goes West. Breaks through the contact. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they send a man in motion right. Now Bernard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Reggie Ragland in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Dez Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence, that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A good pickup there of 22. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. D. Ford. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Mariota now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Amara Darboh, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Third and long here for Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Mariota to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A first down throw for Mariota. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and goal. Defense digging in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, Locke. That's complete to Cobb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Off of play action, Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A swing pass caught. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Block throwing again. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On play action, Mariota. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the 2nd. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And some room to work. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets around him. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Luck. And able to find Green. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. In motion left comes Bryant. On the taunts, Bernard. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get out.
They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Jerick McKinnon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Breaks a tackle. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Following the interception here, Mariota. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Derek Wolfe, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Play action now, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Here's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To throw Mariota. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Donnie Jones now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And some space here. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. And he's got some space here. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarek McKinnon with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Bernard, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Felt me get a little jangly up there before that last play call, and then once it happened, I was like, oh, because it feels like almost a missed golden opportunity to take a shot in that position.
You think 1st and 5, maybe you go for a little more than a short run?
Almost a free down.
Caught left side by Cobb. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 2, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Cobb. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Here comes the D swarming to the line. In motion right is Bryant. Carry for Bernard. And now running right through it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, of one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout. That's going to leave him with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. Here's Locke. Being chased out left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now, the Bengals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Green will come in motion right. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. In motion right comes Green. They'll run for it with West. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Green will come in motion right. On the ground, it's West again. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll send Green in motion left. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And Parkey's kick is good. On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cincinnati, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati. All right, you saw the challenge on the screen. I don't need to repeat it. It's solo challenge. Madden Ultimate Team, go earn your keep. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Now Mixon. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge.
Bye.